Well, welcome everybody to week 4 of the September online program for the alumni of the Sunshine Coast Health Center. And this month, we've been picking speakers from the international conference that Sunshine Coast sponsored in early August in Vancouver. And this week, we're going to talk about Dr. Alexander Batthyany. Now, Dr. Batthyany is a professor of psychology at the University of Vienna, and he also happens to be basically the head of the Viktor Frankl Institute in Vienna, which means he's one of the world's leading experts in Viktor Frankl's work. And in his talk, he made this point that Frankl would agree with 100%, that there's no real purpose in living your life to try to be happy, for the very obvious reason that everybody in life suffers. Nobody is completely happy all the time. Everybody has bad stuff happening. Bad stuff can be, maybe you broke your leg in a skiing accident. Maybe your pet dog Fluffy died. As you grow older, some of your friends will start passing away due to ailments from old age. Things will happen along the way in your journey in life that will not be pleasant and that will actually cause suffering. So the idea of going out and trying to be happy, that's my goal, am I happy now? No, I'm not. Oh, this is unacceptable. This really isn't a good approach, because you're pretty much doomed before you start, because there's going to be lots of moments of suffering and lots of moments of unhappiness. But as Frankl said, this is part of life, right? Suffering is as natural to life as a heartbeat. So Dr. Batthyany said that maybe a better approach to life is to ask yourself not if you're happy, but are you joining in with life? Are you actually doing things in life? And for your recovery, are you doing things to join in with life while you're in recovery? And according to Dr. Batthyany, and he's done a mountain of research, actually compiled a very thick book of all the official scientific research on questions like this, is those people who join in with life discover that the byproduct of doing that is happiness, even if their pet dog Fluffy dies. So that's interesting, eh? So he made this big point about getting out of yourself and getting into life. The person who asks the question, am I happy, is very self-absorbed, right? It isn't paying a lot of attention to what's going on around him or her. But the person who's joining in with life is paying a great deal of attention to what's going on in life. And when you join in with life, you feel part of. You feel a sense of belonging. Versus, if you recall your days in active addiction, you did the exact opposite. You were closed in on yourself. You went into yourself, right? And the fact that there was a beautiful sunset or something beautiful was happening around you, you didn't even pay any attention to it. In fact, you probably didn't even notice it was happening. So this idea of joining in with life is actually one of the keys to recovery. And then, in fact, if we take Dr. Batthyany's approach, it's actually one of the keys to living a life that is filled with personal meaning. Anyway, something to think about. So we'll be back next month with another topic for the online program.